And first here at 5 o'clock, this first day back to school started with a frightening scene just west of downtown Louisville. A man firing a gun near students waiting for the bus in the Russell neighborhood. Hello, everybody. It's our top story. I'm Doug Proffitt.
And I'm Connie Leonard. LMPD received multiple calls for gunshots a little after 8 this morning. Now, this was just a block from Central High School and Coleridge Taylor Montessori School off West Chestnut. The person firing the gun took off. No one was hurt. Assistant Metro Police Chief Emily McKinley posted this update after 4 o'clock today.
The first day of school is supposed to be a day of excitement and celebration. Instead, some students started their day with gunfire.
Deputy Chief McKinley said there would be more officers patrolling that location in the morning. She said they've already made progress in this case.
We'll be bringing you a live report a little later as parents have said that they are shaken up. Pretty shaken over this. Also surveillance video from LMPD showing this suspect with a gun in the middle of the road. We talked with people this afternoon saying elementary school kids were getting on the school bus when they heard those shots. LMPD officers are back at the bus stop this afternoon. The police department telling us they're there to reassure their presence, give a strong presence after what happened this morning. Officers have been talking to people and giving students fist bumps as well. LMPD promising that they're making progress on the investigation while parents and students are on edge.
That's sad, because that's something that we're going to have to discuss with our kids when they get home. And that's not a discussion that you want to have with your child on the first day of school about shootings.
Take a look again at those photos of the suspect. If you know anything about this incident or recognize that person, you are urged to use LMPD's anonymous tip line 574-LMPD or the online portal. Now, many students are on the way home from school right now, and we'll tell you later when the last bus is dropping off.
JCPS tells us that its morning bus routes cleared pretty quickly for the day, first day of school, a quarter after 10, leaving behind the bad memories of 2023.
Our Jose Alonso is tracking how those pickup lines look.
But first, WHAs11's Ian Hardwitt and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton are checking on the bus ride times and how are they describing the start to school today overall, Ian?
JCPS returns. A new year.
Good morning, Iroquois High School.
Morning.
With a new superintendent.
I love it. Good morning. How are you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
All right,
Superintendent Brian Yearwood stopped at Iroquois High School, catching the minute of silence now required in all Kentucky public schools after Senate Bill 19 passed this year. Yearwood used his minute reflecting on the 1,225 students here and beyond.
Could be our own child in this building, our own brother, our own sister, and just being able to come in and grow and be all that they can be. That's what I was wishing for.
The last bus here arrived 5 minutes before the first bell. District-wide, the morning bus is cleared by 10:16 a.m., and JCPS says that's good.
Yes.
Isla Eichler calls this a smooth first day. Bus driver Bridget picked up her mostly nonverbal son, Oleander, 20 minutes early.
She knew it was a flower. Most people don't.
Okay.
It's a far cry from Oleander's first year in school during the 2023 bus system meltdown. But the only wheels falling off are on the toy buses.
This one's in better shape. He's got like a bus-themed backpack inside somewhere too. So even though the first year was a little traumatic, obviously he feels pretty safe. I think things have come pretty far.
No traditional bus riders here at Jefferson Traditional Middle School. School staff direct traffic as the line starts here on Morton Avenue, stretching all the way up to Baxter Avenue. And then, snaking through the side streets, the pickup line wraps around 3 blocks to Barrett Avenue. Almost always in the first parking spot, showing up an hour and a half before school lets out at 2:10 p.m. is Keith Brazil.
Usually I've got it down to a science, so I usually get my first spot here, and then I just go have a little exercise, and then I come back, so it usually doesn't get too bad.
Here, the line cleared out in 30 minutes flat. Besides a couple of tips about buses missing their stops this morning, I've heard more praise than pain for JCPS's first day back. In the Highlands, I'm Ian Hardwitt for WHAs11 on your side.
All right, one report down there. Of course, once you drop off your child at school, you have to pick them up afterwards.
And for some families, that means waiting and waiting in line with your car.
WHAs 11's Jose Alonso and photojournalist Aspen Heston are joining us live at No Middle right now. And Jose, you found parents, some of them waiting about 40 minutes to pick up their students today.
Doug, that's right. And I did also speak with students who told me they're actually very anxious to get back to school, specifically to see their friends. But we did see families lined up and waiting in long lines in order to pick up their kid for their very first day back to school. And again, we're here at No Middle School. We saw cars lined up and down First and Hill Streets around 3:30 this afternoon. When we got here, the line was flowing pretty fast. So fast, we were struggling to get parents to stop and talk with us. But even with a fast line, we talked with the dad who says he almost waited an hour to get his two sons.
What time is it now? Oh, so about maybe 40 minutes or 45 minutes.
Yeah, but
in their range.
yeah, but like part of that's my fault though.
Yeah, he was on the other side. He had to come back and meet us here.
And that was Faisal Noor, and he also told me how accommodating JCPS has been for their family. You saw his oldest son talking too, but he walked over to No Middle School to meet up with his younger brother, where Faisal was able to scoop them up. Now, despite these long lines, we did see nothing but good spirits here at No, and Aspen and I actually visited Audubon Traditional Elementary as well. We're gonna have more at that at 6 o'clock. Reporting live at No Middle School, Jose Alonso, WHAS 11 on your side.
All right, great report so far. Now we welcome back JCPS School Board Chairman, Dr. Corey Shull, who has joined us right here live the past few years on the first day of school.
And Dr. Shull, compared to last year with the smaller number of buses on the road, are they running close to on time now?
They're running very close to on time
Okay.
now. We've had the best opening day for the first day of school that we've had in quite some time. We're excited. Things are running very smoothly, and I'm kind of holding my breath. If we can ride this out for about 2 more hours, we can say that this has been nearly a perfect first day of school for the 25-26 school year.
What our viewers can't see is your son and daughter are with you. They're here in the studio, and you're a great test for us, Dr. Shull, because last year you actually arrived for this interview a little late because you were stuck in the pickup lines, as a lot of parents. How would you judge that experience this year? You were just
Today,
there.
I think I exited the school grounds around 3:50.
Okay.
So school dismisses at 3:30.
Right.
And so that gives you some context for how much time it took for us to get through the car rider line. One thing that my daughter's school did this year is create another traffic line in order. So instead of 2 carpool lanes, you have 3. And that really increased efficiency for getting parents through the carpool line.
Well, we're glad it went well at your school today. I know out in the East End, over in the Brownsboro Road area, Norton, some of those schools had some big backups today. Don't know if it had anything to do with the construction traffic, the VA traffic that's backing up, whatever's going on. Is that something you guys will look at?
Certainly we'll be looking at it, but we would encourage patience.
Right.
You know, we know that always on the first day of school, things take a little bit longer than they normally do, and we know that there is construction at the new hospital. So we'll assess it over tomorrow and the next week, and maybe we'll make adjustments to increase efficiency.
Always the big question, can you restore more bus service throughout the school year? Where do you stand on that as we're just launching day 1?
Yeah, we're just launching day 1. We want to make sure that we have on-time pickups, on-time drop-offs. Our goal today is to have everyone home and every bus back at the compound between 6:45 and 7 p.m. We want to make sure that we have everyone home in a timely manner, and so we have to assess all of that. We also have to increase our number of bus drivers in order to add back bus services for students who would need those.
That's pretty ambitious drop-off time, because you know normally the first day of school.
It's not ambitious.
It's close to 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but we think that we're going to have an outstanding year this year, and so we're hoping to have the all clear by 7 p.m.
All right, Dr. Shull, you saw our first story tonight here at 5 was about someone shooting off a gun not far from Central High School and the Montessori school. So what are your thoughts about that? Have you learned anything about that?
Well, I have learned that JCPS has been in collaboration with LMPD in order to find who perpetrated this terrible crime this early in the morning.
Yeah.
Our community has to embrace all of the surroundings of schools and really value the lives of our young people. So it's unfortunate that this happened on the first day of school. I'm glad to report that we do not believe a student was involved in any way in this.
Okay, that's good new information. You're rolling out a new cell phone policy this year. Tell me how you think that's going to work and how closely are you all going to be monitoring it to see how strictly it's enforced?
Yes, so what we're attempting to do is increase academic performance and decrease instances of behaviors. We understand that cell phones often exacerbate student misbehaving, and it also is something that grabs our students' attention, so they're not always as attentive to the teachers as we need them to be. And so we hope that by removing them from classrooms, that we'll be able to really spark that academic development. We know that all of our students can succeed and excel. We want to put them in the position to do that.
All right.
All right.
Dr.
Thank you so
Corey
much
Scholl,
for
thank
being
you for
here.
coming in.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Good first day for the superintendent, it looked like out there as well.
Yeah, and only 20 minutes in your car line. That's really good. Good to see you as always.
Thank you.
Well, and as usual, we want to see your first day photos. You can text them to the number that's on your screen right now, 502-582-7290. You might just be featured right here on WHAs 11 News.
All right, now let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Mallory Schnell. She called the first day back to school, so you've got day number 2 coming tomorrow, Mallory, and you said increased humidity, maybe even a higher heat index?
Yeah, it's going to be very similar to today, but as we know, heat builds over time. So we are expecting temperatures more so in the lower 90s tomorrow afternoon. Today, we're sitting in the mid to upper 80s, trying to flirt with that 90-degree mark. But taking a live look outside toward downtown Louisville from the U of L health camera here, temperatures are climbing mid to upper 80s. We do have a couple of low 90s on the map around Shepherdsville, but for the most part, we have 80s across Kentuckiana, 70s where there's some rain-cooled air down in Lebanon. Feeling, of course, hotter than that once we do factor in that heat index. So some spots feeling like the low to mid 90s due to these numbers. Your dew points back in the mid to upper 60s and lower 70s. And that summer-like heat and humidity, that is going to be the trend for the next several days. Max HD radar, we do have a little bit of activity out there, as you can see, zooming in around Bardstown down to Springfield, some pop-up showers, not really seeing any rumbles of thunder or lightning. This storm that was near Frankfort, that's really fizzling out, which is some good news, but we'll hold a spotty shower storm chance through this evening. Can't rule it out. Otherwise, partly cloudy. Temperatures will be dropping down into the 70s for Louisville, 60s outside of the city. And then once again, we're right back up into the upper 80s and lower 90s for your Friday. We'll take a look ahead at our weekend forecast. That's coming up shortly.
Mallory, thank you. The Zone 10 Fire Protection District in North Bullitt County wants to add an ambulance service. The chief there says because of the population growth, he believes Bullitt County EMS needs the assistance. The fire district plans to levy a new tax of 10 cents per $100. This would allow them to hire 18 new positions to staff the ambulances, and he acknowledges hiring might be an issue.
I'm not sure with the EMS folks. I could tell you fire agencies are having problems trying to get people, so we're hoping we're not. I know that there's already several people that have reached out to me via emails and through social media, so you know it's trying to find the right people.
Zone 10 wants to staff 2 ambulances with paramedics and EMTs. The chief says the tax rate will go down after about 4 years. The fire board still has not approved the tax increase.